Hello, computer.
Hi, computer. Bang bang.
Shoot the breeze. What episode is it, Craig?
We are on episode number 8.
I love that. I love that better be right.
It is.
Is it
Check
right?
twice.
At least
I
you're
don't
here.
know.
At
I
least
don't know.
you're
I'll
here.
be honest.
Do you know what I'm saying?
My notes say episode 8, but my
It
notes said
is.
episode 4 one time.
I've just created the folder in the drive. It is episode 8.
Good times. Get in the drive.
Get in the drive. Get in the drive. This is Shooting the Breeze, episode 8. I am Rob Campbell.
And I am your bastard, Craig Challoner.
Here he is. Here he is. What a guy. Take it away, Craig. What are we saying?
We
Shall we
are
start a
arriving,
timer?
we're raising hell, and then we're going to leave. Stick that timer on, Robert. Let's go.
Like it matters.
Yeah, well, we never pay attention to it anyway. We will try this week.
We will try this way.
We will try. Testing Rainman's quite good though, so I don't know.
Oh.
Welcome
Also, follow
to.
us on TikTok.
Definitely follow us on TikTok. It's dead good. We've got a TikTok and we're awesome.
Play along.
Yeah, play along with Rainman. So, can you keep up with Rainman? Can you?
No.
Can you?
No.
I don't think you can. Someone messaged me today with the answer to the Hulk Hogan question. How many days was he champion? And I knew he cheated because he's not a wrestling fan.
There you go.
But thanks for joining in.
Cheers
I'll
for having
take
a
it.
go. Well done for using Google, you fucking prick.
Yeah. It's Gareth, by the way. So, hey, Gareth.
Love you, Gareth.
So,
fucking
ladies and
prick.
germs, welcome to episode number 8, which we are pretty certain is correct. So, what have we got today for Shooting the Breeze? So, let's start off with, so she died and he's king.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Queen died. Oh, yeah. Yeah, forgot all about that. Apparently she died on a Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're recording this on
Was it
Sunday,
Wednesday?
right?
I don't
Was
know.
it Wednesday or was it Thursday?
I think,
It
know
was
what?
Was it the
It was
8th
Thursday or
of
Friday
September?
morning.
I think it was the 8th of September. So I believe that was Thursday.
How bad
Let's
is it that we've got this and actually forgot?
Let's have a look. I have forgot because 1, I'm not a big royalist, and 2, I don't really care. 3, my queen died, so my nan passed away. Yeah, that happened. So we spoke a couple of weeks ago that she was in hospital, had a stroke, that sort of stuff, and unfortunately it's gone the way that I didn't want it to go. So yes, let's move on. Thanks.
Let's move on.
Cheers.
Before we move on, just
Thank
one
you.
for Nan. Let's pour. I'm pouring one out because she is a legend. So let's keep going. So because of said Queens and the King, we have no football this weekend.
No, it's
So
disappointing.
I was a little bit gutted, especially considering as well. Her Majesty did enjoy football.
She did, and
So-
horse racing.
Yeah. So
2 things
you
that I
know,
like to follow.
I feel like we should have still had it because I reckon the Chelsea game would have been a fucking great time to get up and do that national anthem.
Yeah.
That massive crowd, get up there, do that. It would have been great in London as well. Why not? But we don't have that, unfortunately. But what we do have,
The West Ham
He's
fans
Graham
did do
Potter.
justice, though, didn't they? In all fairness, sorry,
yeah, to be fair, yeah,
because
that's
they
not
played
not,
Thursday
not
night as
West
well,
Ham because
didn't
they
they?
did it. They played
Yeah.
the same night, didn't they?
Whereas Man
So
United
they
had a
did.
minute silence and then got robbed out of a fucking penalty decision and lost.
Oh, mate, that penalty decision, that was just piss poor.
Fucking terrible.
Messaged you about that, and I said I honestly just laughed out loud because I that was ridiculous,
baffling.
and it was right in front of him. You can't. I don't even know. There's no words for that penalty. People like to piss on United and say, "Oh, they get the ref's decision, they get all this, and they get that." But that was incredible.
We're even at Old Trafford.
Just incredible.
It's terrible. What injustice this is.
It is.
But as you say, Chelsea have a
we have officially got Graham Potter. We have Mr. Potter now officially, so that and on a 5-year deal. I mean, it's Chelsea, so chances are he won't see 5 years. But hopefully he's given some time and we can move forward with this.
So let's just strip it back a little bit, sorry,
Yeah.
because obviously you text me when we found the news about Tuchel out.
Yeah.
What was going through your head when that happened?
Well, a mix of what the fuck,
Yeah,
holy fuck, and seriously fuck.
yeah.
Like, we were not having a great start to a season, but we were not having the worst start.
No.
There has been some piss poor decisions made, arguably, but it wasn't going all that bad. And to be fair, we've got injuries, we've got people that are not completely fit yet, which talked about on the previous show. It all adds up. Once the team's back in full health, we were headed in the right direction. But after the initial holy shit and what the fuck and everything else I saw, we then come across the moments of there was a rumor a while ago that Ronaldo had sent feelers to Chelsea. I told Owen just because it come up, and I was like, but take it with a pinch of salt because it's probably bullshit. Turns out Ronaldo did. And Tuchel said no. Instead of going for him, he turned to the rest of his team and said, stop talking about Ronaldo. We need to concentrate on defence. We need an attacker. We need somebody that can put the ball in the back of the net. We've got the people to provide it.
Turning down Harry Maguire was the last straw, though, wasn't it, mate?
But that Harry Maguire moment, like the fact that we didn't take Harry Maguire, I think just broke the camel's back.
That was it, mate. That was it. That was it for the fucking chairman. He'd had enough. Can't turn down an £80 million fucking defender like that, like. England's number one.
He is absolutely a slabhead, and that's about it.
But he'd score goals, at Chelsea, I reckon.
I reckon he'd go back to his decent defensive days.
Yeah.
It's just in that United shirt, it's like with Messi, and when Messi's wearing his home country colours.
Yeah.
When he's in that Argentinian shirt, he ain't the GOAT anymore. He forgets how good he is.
Yeah.
And he just can't perform. And unfortunately for Maguire, it's when he's playing in his fucking team.
Maguire, and there's no coincidence, by the way, other than obviously the Queen passing away, the stadium being dead as fuck for it because, apparently the nation cared about the royal family. Maguire, Lindelof, Ronaldo. I'm sorry, not one of you can start in our team anymore. Thanks, Rob Campbell.
That's it, signed off, done. The end.
Get it sorted.
To be honest, as a United fan, can anyone argue with that? If you're a United fan, you want to argue with that, please feel free, because I'd love to hear a valid argument to say why any of those should start. They shouldn't.
They shouldn't.
At all. The way it's gone.
Whoever thinks they should start probably thinks Fred should start and probably thinks we should bring back Nemanja Matic.
Fucking Matic is a legend, mate. Let's...
play him at left back. He'll be all right. He'll be all right at left back.
Stick him in goal. Fucking.
Why not? He's tall enough, right? Fucking hell. He's like a skeleton,
mate.
So go on then. On to Mr. Potter. How do you feel about the new manager and what do you think's to come?
Obviously, we've been going a lot back and forth with different people with Mr. Potter because of what he's done previously, but he's had time to work at that.
Yeah,
I think the money need to give him chance now to get his team where it needs to be.
Yeah,
and put it in place. The one thing that I did hear about was he's very big on Lukaku, and Lukaku obviously he's out at the moment on loan, so he's not gone. He's out on loan. The money they spent on him, he ain't just going to go bye quickly. But he didn't perform under Tuchel at all. People can say what they want. Lukaku is a great player, but he was lazy as fuck when he came back. He expected the ball at his feet every time. Didn't want to work for it. Didn't want to push for it, and he didn't drive at all. He didn't drive the team at all.
Hey,
And
there was nothing different about him when he had a Man United shirt on to what you just said. Oh, when I
so,
watched him a few times at Old Trafford, and what you're describing is exactly what I've seen every time he played.
it's
He still found a way to score a goal though.
yeah. I mean, when he could put him in, he could put him in. But I don't know. I think we just need to see where Potter goes with this. But he needs time. He needs time to be able to find his team. And I think he's got a mindset where our centre line, I think, is going to be a lot stronger than it was previously.
Do you think he'll adopt the Brighton formation to Chelsea, or
I don't see it. The problem we've got, I think, is we've got a strong back five as such with the right wing back, left wing backs, Cucurella and James.
She doesn't mind five at the back though against bigger teams though, did he? He always seemed to line up with five at the back for
I think
Man United, for example.
I think I mean, if he sticks with a five, it works for me. I mean, we've got that strong five line. I'm okay with that. From what I've seen, he's tampering with three at the back, and then pushing that back line into more the midfield.
3-5-2.
Yeah, and then going forward, I don't know. I still say that Sterling belongs on that left wing. It's Sterling for me. That centre forward role just doesn't fit.
You just hope it's not in his contract that his preferred position has been agreed.
Yeah,
because it's something that can happen these days. I play Football Manager. I know how it works. And they can ask for promises like preferred positions. There's a reason that's in the game because, trust me, it's happened in real life. We know about it from Ultimate Warrior conversations and Hulk Hogan conversations. You know, some people ask for ridiculous things like full creative control over their character.
And sometimes we get crowbars that just don't quite hit the floor properly.
They don't. They don't.
You know,
paper sachets.
Paper sachets. But sticking with football, Diego Costa.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Wolves.
Has he gone? Is he official? Breaking news.
No, it's not no breaking. Well, not that I've seen, unless something else has happened. But he was there on Wednesday. I want to say.
I've seen a video of him looking around. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing his. Is he fit and all that bollocks?
Oh wow!
I mean, Wolves need somebody that can put a ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, they do.
But that's what they need. They are missing that so much at the moment. But I mean, Costa's great when he's being good, when he's behaved.
He's a naughty boy.
He's a very naughty. He's a very naughty boy.
And I mean, moving on to naughty boys, but within the world of professional wrestling,
like it.
CM Punk's in trouble again.
Oh wow. He's leading a locker room well, isn't he?
What the fuck has happened there? He's sick of working with children. Yes, he's coming across as the biggest child of them all.
And what was he referred to Tony? Turned around and said, Tony keeps making him work with pricks.
Yep, literally.
That's your boss that he's sitting right there and you're belittling him and basically calling him stupid. There's two people that's made the most money from me, and it's not you. You might get there. Wow, what a way to start.
Yeah.
And that's Vince McMahon and Scott Colton.
What a shit.
And I'm like, fuck it, leave him alone. Just like putting it over. Talk about now.
Poor Tony.
But, mate, honestly, you just watch this heartbreaking.
The difference from the first media scrum to the last media scrum with CM Punk are worlds apart.
Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Even the ones where Tony Khan is so coked off his fucking tits, shouting at them, going, defending Punk or whatever it might be, like aggressively at reporters. Yeah. It's so funny to watch, but the difference between even that one and this, he's just like, Tony Khan's like, I'm going to shut up here.
Mate, every time Punk opened his mouth, Tony just looked up.
He had like a twitch, didn't he?
Fuck me.
Yeah, he had like a twitch.
I honestly felt like Tony was making mental notes all through that. Like, oh, fuck me, I'm going to have to fix that.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, I got to... Oh, don't say that, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. What are you doing, man? What are you doing?
And the thing is as well, Tony managed, if you see the entire Grunt, Tony managed to kind of bring it back around almost,
Yeah.
which is unusual for Tony because, like you said, he's normally a coked up mark,
Yeah.
just going fucking mental, like a wrestler. Ah! Like he's that way. But
I love you.
that's it. Give me a hug. While they stand there uncomfortably.
Mm.
But he did manage to almost bring that back around. And then Pug starts laughing and goes, he shares a fucking bank account with his mom. Like,
Literally.
why have you brought. Oh, fucking hell. It's just, mate, there's no words for what is happening.
This fight that sounds like happened though, like if you compare the fights that you've heard of backstage, yeah, like I'll just use when Bret Hart chinned McMahon at fucking Survivor Series '97, yeah, and even like unsafe work environment, Shawn Michaels versus Bret Hart in '97, which is hilarious. This one that broke out between the Young Bucks, I believe, and Kenny Omega and CM Punk and fucking
Ace
Axel,
Steel.
whatever his fucking name is, the jobber. Yeah. This sounded shit.
Mate,
sounded
it sounded
terrible.
Yeah. It was like a little slap fest, and then Steel threw a chair.
I just want a picture. I want like like WWE story time. Like the cartoon, like of the
Yes.
playing from Alan and stuff like that.
Yes.
I want one of those for this produced with Kenny running in there, grabbing the dog, like grabbing Larry, and almost taking him to safety, but taking him hostage at the same time. That's what I want out of this.
He apparently got bit as well, didn't he?
It's brilliant. It's fucking brilliant.
Was
But not by Larry, not by the dog.
No,
though.
no, not by, not
by
the dog.
fucking Steel.
By fucking Steel threw a chair and bit him. Like Haku is probably sitting there going, "What?
What the fuck has locker rooms become, man?" I mean, I can't. The word on the street and the most common version of the story is one of the Jacksons walks in. Not sure which one. Couldn't give a fuck. Punk punches him. He don't even give him time to open his mouth. Punk just apparently punches him. What the fuck has gone on in that man's mind?
Well, it was, or is it like the leading into that? They was banging on his door. He didn't answer, and apparently they kicked the door in.
Oh,
but whether like it's the Bucks, I can't see the Bucks fucking kicking in the door of a crash,
especially the way that his back was played up, like.
Oh, and then have you seen Bobby Fish? Bobby Fish is CM Punk's a cunt, just straight up.
Just straight up, he's a cunt. It's brilliant, isn't it? It's brilliant. I love wrestling. Wrestling is so stupid. Like I was at Wrestle Carnival yesterday, and I was sat backstage having a very similar conversation with Joseph Connors. We were like, there is no business in the world that gets away with half of the shit that wrestling does, and we just go because we're involved. We go, wrestling. What did you expect?
It's just wrestling. It's just wrestling.
It's just wrestling.
It's wrestling.
That's it. That's the answer. Why is that the answer, please?
Mate, I love Booker T's answer. They should have took it to Wrestlers Court.
Brilliant.
If Wrestlers Court was there, none of this would have happened.
And do you know what? That is a fair fucking shout, you know.
Yeah.
It's a fair fucking shout, because back in the day, and I know things were seen differently and it was a different era, but you have to say that things were dealt with properly. They were.
Yeah.
Not all the time, granted. Not all the time.
Sometimes they were taken a bit.
Taken advantage of, taken too far. I'm sure of it. There's stories. There's I would hope there is more good stories than there is bad stories, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but
the scales tip in the favour of
in between of them and stuff in it. Like Edge and Christian, was it? They got pulled up by JBL, I want to say, which wouldn't surprise me. JBL's always pulling people up, and it was something simple like taking their space or eating his chicken or something along them lines. And Edge went in there prepared with a bottle of Jack Daniels and a crate of beer. Brilliant. And it's like, this is how they used to think it. Because yes, it pissed JBL off, but there was like, right, Wrestlers Court, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Christian went in there unprepared because Edge fucking left him fucking flopping.
High and dry.
But I love it. They went in there, and as men, as people, as human beings, they all went together because the women were involved as
And
well,
sorted
boys
it
and
out.
girls,
Yeah,
and it got sorted out. And there was
job's
no
done.
shit. Nothing went on screen. Granted, Brett, Sean, and little bits, but for the most part, it was dealt with.
I loved when fucking Shawn and Triple H went under the ring to Wrestlers Court. The fucking
If
Little
boys
People's
saw
Court and all
Little
that. Like,
People's Court.
it was
Little
dead good,
People's
wasn't he?
Court was amazing.
There you go.
Mate, Hornswoggle don't get enough credit.
No, he don't. He was fantastic.
Absolutely. And the longest reigning little man.
Brilliant. I love that.
That's actually a fact. On a positive side for AEW, Jericho, Mox, and Danielson apparently held like a locker room meeting.
Mm.
Jericho
Okay.
leading the front, and
Well,
those three basically taking charge. And
well,
from what I've read, it's been all positive. Everyone took everything on board, and they're fully behind everything that the
well,
three guys said. So if that's true and everything did work out like that, fantastic. Because they're
fair
three
play.
people they should listen to.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice that. I mean, is it nice or should he have grabbed at least an AEW original to an extent, if that makes sense? I
Yeah,
get
well,
that them to have the respect
yeah.
of the wrestling industry, but maybe someone from AEW as well could have stepped up and done something more.
Who?
And that's the thing, because MJF's not going to do it, is he? Eddie Kingston, too wild.
Well, Eddie Kingston went mad, didn't he, about Sammy
Guevara, yeah.
Guevara, whatever. And but he owned it. He stepped up and went, look, I shouldn't have done that shit.
Mm.
And he owned that with the locker room as well. So
Yeah.
fair play to Eddie Kingston. Like, yeah, he can be a fucking hothead completely, but he stepped up to it and went, look, I shouldn't have done that. This is how we should have done it. And him and Sammy now have squashed their beef, apparently.
Okay.
Again, that's another apparently, because I don't know the guys. But
word on the street is
word on Jeff Cockroad. That's what's happened.
He's the chippy, he's banging.
Yeah, fish and chips last night. It was dead nice.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. What else you got for me?
I ain't got a lot. I've been glued to the laptop pretty much all week this week,
Yeah.
so I haven't really gone through a lot. Watch more of that I Am a Killer on Netflix. That is fucking dead good. Watching another 3 episodes last night.
Okay.
While I was doing some FIFA, because got to get some FIFA time in.
Yeah.
Other than that, I ain't gone through a lot. Watched the new Jurassic Park recently. That was not as good as the others.
Was it not? No. I literally
no spoilers,
said to Bella earlier, because like fucking started singing the da-da-da, and it's so addictive when you hear it, like, and you just get it in your head and you want to do it more and more.
It's quality. When we was in lockdown and I was working in Merry Hill, it was pretty much empty all the time, and I'll just be whistling that walking through the Merry Hill Centre, and it just echoing through, and then you just hear someone else in the background. And we're like, yes.
Fantastic. What a fucking rib that is. That is brilliant. I love everything about that. But I was literally saying it today. We haven't watched that yet. Because she's a big fan of dinosaurs and Jurassic Park. So yeah.
Yeah, it's worth a watch. But to throw back to our top 5.
Yeah.
It ain't in the top.
It ain't in the top. No, I think the original has to be, doesn't it?
Yeah. Without doubt. The first Jurassic Park's straight number 1.
Literally.
There's no hesitation, no second thought on that.
No.
I maybe have a second thought when it comes to number 2. I'd say the most recent first one.
Chris Pratt one.
Chris Pratt's first.
I'm with you on that. I was thinking
maybe as a second place.
And then Jurassic Park 3. Why are we
doing this?
Our taste is so the same. I'm not going to be a fucking dickhead on like Jurassic Park 2 though, because Jurassic Park 2 was pretty decent.
Yeah.
But like, is that better than The Lost Kingdom? Because you're saying this one doesn't make the top 5, really.
Well, I said didn't make the top of the list. You know what I mean?
So is he better than the top? Is he better than The Lost Kingdom?
Well, the thing is, I think
with the foreign buyer gimmick,
everyone's got their own little
preferences
thing within this, isn't they? I don't. I don't know.
He's on the spot.
I'm on the spot right now. I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
No, it's not as good as that. But this is also my Iron Man match where I'm going to probably go backwards and forwards on it.
Nice.
I
I like
feel
that. That's good.
so.
That's good. Jurassic
Yeah.
Park top 5. You're welcome. Check out our new show, Top of the Gimmicks.
Yeah. Well, we may have introduced a little Iron Man match into that.
We did. I commentated yesterday then for Wrestle Carnival in Coventry. It was a fantastic card. Standout matches. Leon Slater was once again in fantastic form, teaming up with man like Derice as part of the 0121, taking on Mark Haskins and Robbie X, managed by Vicky Haskins. That was one of the show stealer matches of the night, but not a lot went wrong. Not a lot was out of place. It was a really solid production. So be happy to listen to my commentary back on that one soon. With Sonny G. What a guy. And
that is.
we went into Starbucks. And they ask for your name, don't they?
Mm.
And Sonny G looked at her dead in the eye and went, RC Chaos. And he went, what? And he went, RC Chaos.
Dead good.
She was close. She got R Chaos. So it was like the Black
They
Country
never get it
version, the
completely
shortened one, like.
It's R
Like,
Chaos, that is.
R Chaos, that is. Yeah, exactly.
It's
There
R
you go.
Chaos.
So I'll take it. It was funny. She started laughing like, and I went, for context. And then he went, no.
No.
She doesn't need context. And she laughed. And I went, she don't care either, does she? And then we moved on. It was great. Good
I
fun.
do like the idea though that she's going home later and going to a man or woman or dog, whatever, and going
table.
So someone come up with our chaos today.
Yeah.
Don't know why. I wonder what that was about.
Current FCW Black Country Heavyweight Champion. I'll have you know. What a rib. What a rib. No, good though. Man like Derice become the Wrestle Carnival champion yesterday too. So that was big news after Charles Crowley was the first and only Wrestle Carnival champion up until that point. So he will now move on and do some other things by the looks of it, based on how the show ended. But more to come on that later.
We don't need spoilers.
Probably not here, but there'll be more to come. Check the social media out. It's not my job.
Yeah, do it yourself, bastards. Lazy fuckers.
Mentioning big shows coming up. September 30th, Black Country Championship Wrestling. Allen's Sports Bar, Tipton. There it is. Leon versus Dan Maloney. Man like Derice. No, it's the other way around. Leon he's taking on Man like Derice. And Dan Maloney, he's taking on Love Fox, Kay and Kelly. Fuck me.
You was close enough, mate.
I'm getting tired.
It ain't your fault, man. You're just a fan. You know what I mean? It tells if
you
you've got anything to do with it.
Nah, just wear a headset, mate. Just wear a headset. I don't know what that was.
Fucking pencil.
Shall we test Rainman?
Well, that's where I was going next. I'm feeling that we should hit that music.
Together.
Boom.
It's now time for Testing Rainman with your host, the Bastard, Craig Challoner.
Oh, it was beautiful. Beautiful. I enjoyed that.
Better.
Right, ladies and germs, we are going to test Rainman, and this episode of Testing Rainman, we are going with Survivor Series.
Oh, because you are. The clock had 2 minutes and 40 seconds, by the way, so I'm just triggering the alarm off.
Yeah, shut that up because it's going to be done in 2 minutes.
We're going over.
Survivor Series. So Survivor Series is 36 years old this year. Sorry. So we thought, why not? Why not? I thought this would be a bit of fun. So let's start off. Question number 1. The first Survivor Series was November 26, 1987. So Roberts wasn't even a twinkle yet.
Just in my dad's balls.
He was still sitting in the sack. But no doubt he would have seen the pay-per-view at some point in his existence.
Yeah.
So the first match on the first ever Survivor Series pay-per-view saw the classic Survivor Series style match. We saw Bruce Beefcake, Jake Roberts, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Steamboat team up against Danny Davis, Harley Race, Hercules, Honky Tonk Man, and Ron Bass. Yeah, Ron Bass was there as well. So my question is, in that match, who was the first to be eliminated?
I'm hoping it was Ron Bass after all that build-up.
In the first Survivor Series, in the very first match, the first to be eliminated.
Give me the competitors again, please.
Fuck me. There's 10 of them. Right. Brutus Beefcake, Jake Roberts, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Macho Man Randy Savage, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat against Danny Davis, Harley Race, Hercules, Honky Tonk Man, and Ron Bass.
I want to say it was Jake the Snake Roberts because there was some storyline going on of some sorts with maybe it doesn't sound right. Fuck it, Jake the Snake Roberts.
The very first match and the very first Survivor Series, the first people to get eliminated was a double count out because Harley and Duggan beat the fuck out of each other.
Harley and Duggan. See,
Double count out.
I literally, you know, when I said there was some storyline going on with Harley Race, that's where I was going. Yep. But then I was like, I don't remember Jake and Harley doing something. And that's why it
was Harley and Duggan.
Harley and Duggan.
Harley and Duggan.
Remember
it is a standout. It is a standout because they did it literally just started brawl and all that bollocks. But he was a brawler and he was quite known for that. So there we go. Question number 2. We are jumping up to Survivor Series 1994, which saw the main event being a gimmick/stipulation match, if you will, with a special enforcer at ringside. So what was the main event and who was the enforcer?
That's almost, Survivor Series 94.
Survivor Series 94. Main event was that.
It's Taker versus Taker at SummerSlam. As was Brett and Having in the cage at SummerSlam. Was it Survivor Series?
Rainman is ticking, he's ticking, he's ticking.
This is hard, this one.
I like this. Hard. This is dead good.
Survivor Series 1994 main event.
And just for everybody else in the background.
Bret Hart, I Quit match. Special enforcer. No, that's wrong. That's wrong.
Oh!
Diesel won the belt. 8 days earlier. But 8 days later. Was he?
Do you remember the Diesel question from last time?
Yeah. Is it wrong?
Diesel won the belt 8 days after this, or 3.
Bret versus Backlund, I Quit match. Special enforcer was Roddy Piper.
Okay. So.
Or was he? Was he Jesse Ventura? I'm going to go with Rhoda. Fuck it all. Sack me off after this. I'm finished.
You're going to enjoy this.
I'm going to bed.
This was a 6-match card.
He hates me.
And the 4th match of the show was Bret Hart versus Bob Backlund for the world title in the submission match.
I'm off. See you later.
This is in here because this surprised me because I thought Bret and Bob headline this. They didn't. Undertaker versus Yokozuna in the casket match did.
Oh, what the fucking
Too bad.
Where they killed him.
And the enforcer was Chuck fucking Norris.
Fucking Chuck Norris.
Chuck fucking Norris. The man that hides a fist in his beard.
I'm retiring.
It's amazing. But I honestly thought Bob and Bret main evented that. But nope, they didn't. So there you go. Did you enjoy that one? Bet that one
No.
hurt a bit.
No, fuming.
I knew that one would sting because
I haven't broke
any
any arms. He knew. And this is what he aims for now.
I knew you'd go Brett and Bob. I just had that because that's the match in it from there, to be fair.
Yeah.
So,
but it's not though, because that Undertaker moment is so stupid that you just forget all about it because it's so stupid.
Mate, Chuck Norris. I had to go back and watch it just to see Chuck Norris there.
I'd never have got Chuck Norris in that match. I'd never have placed him there.
Nah, I didn't. I couldn't even when I watched it again, and I was like, "Is he?"
But there was some sort of cowboy theme for the rest of the show, wasn't there? Really? Yeah.
See, you know it. So, 1997 Survivor Series saw the most famous incident in Survivor Series history. But the year before had absolutely no effect on our lives. So, at Survivor Series 1996, there was 4 traditional Survivor Series matches.
Yep.
How many saw sole survivors, and who were they?
Wow. I remember this card quite well.
Oh, okay.
I like 1996 a lot.
Oh, good stuff.
3 big matches on this card. Taker, Mankind, Paul Bearer in the Shark Cage.
That's right.
Brett's return against Austin. And Shawn dropping the belt in Madison Square Garden to Psycho Sid.
Yep.
Me as a kid, that did. Fucking hurt. The most famous Soul Survivor on the card was Rocky Maivia.
Oh, yeah!
Was there any more? Furnace, LaFon, who were they with in the opening? And you said it was 4 Survivor Series matches, and this was my point on top of the gimmicks when we talked about Survivor Series matches. They just got lost in the pack.
Yep.
Around this time. I can't place another one. I think there probably will be one. I really can't place any of the other matches. I know the opening one was a Survivor Series match, but I can't place a Soul Survivor in that one. The Rocky Maivia is the only one that's standing out for obvious reasons. It's a memorable one, isn't it?
Yep.
So yeah, I'm just going to go with Rocky Maivia. 1.
Rocky Maivia. Okay. In the 4 matches. So let's start from the top. So match 4, or the 4th Survivor Series match, was Diesel, Farouk, Razor, and Vader versus Flash Funk, Jimmy Snuka, Savio Vega, and Yokozuna. That ended in a no contest.
It did.
No survivors there.
It's terrible.
Going back, the 3rd one is Jake, Mero, Rocky Maivia, and the Stalker.
Barry Windham, man.
Yeah.
Fucked it.
And then DDP picked up the Stalker later on. They defeated Goldust, Crush, Triple H, Jerry Lawler. The Rock was the sole survivor. Match 2 was Furnace, Hog, Pig, Phil LaFon. They defeated Bulldog, Owen, Cassidy, Marty Jannetty. Duggan and LaFon were the surviving 2.
Yes, see?
So that's 2 people.
But I thought that was the opener, so this is the one that I might have forgot here.
This is the opener. This is the match I forgot. Aldo Montoya, Bart Gunn, Bob Holly, and Jesse James defeated Billy Gunn, Bradshaw, Salvatore, and the Sultan.
And you're going to tell me Bart Gunn beat Billy Gunn?
Bart Gunn was the only man left standing.
Yeah. Yep.
Too bad.
Yep.
Say that after Brawl for all, bitch. Say that after Butterbean, bitch.
Oh, there we go. That was question number 3. It's going well, ladies and germs. It's going well.
It's not. You know what? I could drop an excuse if I wanted to.
You could.
I'm not going to, but
Rainman's got a light trickle of rain at the moment rather than a full-on storm. So here we go. Question 4. At the 2000 Survivor Series, who won the women's title?
Fucking hell.
So, who won the women's title match at Survivor Series 2000?
Who knows at this point? Do you know what I mean? I'm at that point where it could be anyone. Miss Shaka.
You know, that is not an awful shout. It's not correct. But that wasn't a bad shout.
You tell me it's Ivory, I'll swear to fucking God. I swear.
Too bad.
Did she beat Miss Shaka?
No. She beat Lita. However,
I'll take it.
She retained the title against Lita because of the previous event. She beat 4 other women, including Miss Jackie, in the 5-way to win the title.
Yeah, sure thing. Oh, I love Survivor Series, I do.
Yeah, you do. Let's go up to 2010. And saw only one traditional Survivor Series match. Who was in the match?
Who was in the match? 2010 Survivor Series.
Mm-hmm. There's only one traditional match that year. Who was in it?
You want me to name everybody?
You can give me the team name if it makes you feel better. But yeah.
Yes, please. I think it was Team WWE versus Team Nexus. Did we do that again? Did John Cena? No, TLC. That was SummerSlam, the big 7-on-7. What did we do at Survivor Series? Like I booked it. What did we do? Like Bruce. I just refer to my notes, Conrad. Eric Bischoff. I wasn't involved in finishes. I can't comment on that.
I was just there for the money. I wrote the checks. That was about it.
2010.
I'll be honest. I put this one in just to be a cunt.
Have you? You not done that with the rest of them?
No, the others you should have known. What's
You
wrong with
Chuck
that?
Norris, mate.
No, Chuck Norris one was dead
Norris,
cunt.
You should know. You should have known that Chuck Norris was at Survivor Series '94.
Honestly, mate, if you would have known that, I really would have given you a standing ovation.
Especially for Chuck Norris, who's booking this shit. Fuck me, man. This is hard. This is hard today, Craig.
Yeah.
It might be fatigue of working 3 shows at a back-to-back sort of thing.
Could be.
But I don't know why, but I've got Team WWE versus Team Nexus in my head. And I think John Cena was actually representing Team Nexus. I think. Because I don't think he turned on Barrett at some point to have that match at TLC where he pulled all them chairs down on him. And that would have been December. So, yeah.
Well, you've got the years right for Team Nexus versus Team Cena.
Yeah.
This is
Cena, but it was at SummerSlam.
It was at SummerSlam.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That's why I said that's why I threw this one just to be a comp because it was a Survivor Series title match. It was Team Mysterio versus Team Del Rio.
I couldn't even begin to tell you who would have been on whose team.
Right.
Del Rio probably had Swagger, Ziggler, if he was a heel. 4 or 5.
5.
Big Show.
Mate, I remember the feud between Mysterio and Del Rio.
Yeah.
That was going all right.
Yeah, it was decent.
This, though, I didn't even remember this happened.
Shocking. This is
Didn't
shocking.
I honestly went with 2010 because I was like, oh, I'll do a Nexus Cena thing. And went to 2010, I was like, oh, shit, that was SummerSlam. So
yeah, it was.
I
clearly remember it at SummerSlam. I just thought it continued where Cena was on a Nexus team. But now that I think about it, was he the special guest referee between Barrett and Orton for the title?
Yeah.
Give me that. Give me fucking that. Come on.
This one, Team Mysterio was Ray, Kofi, MVP, Chris Masters, and The Big Show.
I'm out.
Team Del Rio was Del Rio, Cody, Drew, Swagger, and Tyler Rex.
Fucking hell. I think Rex got knocked out instantly as well, if I remember rightly.
It was the first out.
Now that you've given me the competitors. Fucking
Question
hell.
number 6.
At least I got Swagger right.
Question number 6.
This is terrible.
Since the first Survivor Series, there has been many, many, many stipulation matches. But when and what and who was involved in the first ever big stipulation that was not a 5v5 or 4v4?
Wow. Wow.
This is a 3-point question.
Is it?
What year? So what Survivor Series? Who was the match? So what was the match? Who was in it? This could be your only 3 points here.
I feel because a lot of the earlier Survivor Series matches were traditional Survivor Series matches. A lot of them.
Mm-hmm. It's a true statement.
But I'm trying to think when that format kind of changed and if something had happened. And I've got 92 in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also got that 94 match in my head from earlier with Brett and Backlund. Because you said it was 4th on the card, you say. But I don't think you'd do that to me. I don't think you'd make it that easy.
Well, base it off the rest of the fucking questions.
This is what I'm saying. I don't know why I've got a body bag type gimmick in my head. I don't know why. It's just there. It's really bugging me because I don't think that's happened. Taker beat Hogan at Survivor Series 91 for the title, but that was just a normal match. I don't recall anything else happening on that card. I think something's happened on 92 between
There's 1 point.
So it is 92.
Oh yeah!
I do this partly, people, for my own amusement, I will
Oh,
admit.
you love it, you do. You love it. You love how stressed I get over it.
I would love to have the knowledge that Rob does, and I do not have it. So instead, I will torture him with his own knowledge.
And you are torturing me with this one. And I have got Taker and Jake in my head. But I don't think they were still going at it come Survivor Series. I really don't. They did WrestleMania 8. They were away from each other at SummerSlam. It's got to be Kamala and Taker in a casket match. It's not gonna be a casket match.
So in 92,
this is killing me.
The Undertaker did defeat Kamala in a casket match. That is right. However, earlier on in the night,
oh no,
the Big Boss Man defeated Nails
on
a nightstick on a pole.
Oh no. Done by Nails.
You got done by Nails?
Sexual assault, I'm claiming. Fucking hell.
Nightstick on a pole match. Big Boss Man versus Nails, 1992.
This has been the hardest edition of this so far.
You did better with the fucking SummerSlam. Fucking
I'm tired. I'm fucking... I'm done. I need bed. And I need out. But this was so fucking challenging. Props to you, Craig, for fucking getting those questions together, man. Because they're difficult. And if people have genuinely answered the questions correctly, any of them, fair play. Fair fucking play.
It is a cheeky bonus question because you like a nice bonus question. Obviously, Taker defeated Kamala in the casket match. What year did Kamala first debut in the WWF?
Was he around in 91? Was he around earlier than that because of that Rampage gimmick and that and fucking Lord Alfred Hayes? Was he in the Rumble at 92? No, I don't. Was fucking dumb me. I'm going to say like late 91. Fuck it.
Okay. He came back then, but he was first in the WWF in 1984.
Time to say that.
Too bad.
Andre the Giant was the man that wanted Kamala in the WWF at the time. He brought him in, but that is also, he was with Freddie Blassie and the masked handler called Friday, which was weird. But that's also where we got the TV segment where he ate a live chicken. I mean, ate a live chicken because he picked it up when like that camera panned kind of gimmick, some feathers went
Get
flying.
away!
But yeah, that happened. He ate a live chicken. A
Fantastic.
1984.
Fucking hell.
So that, ladies and gentlemen, was testing Rainman, the Survivor Series special.
Hard.
And like Rob said,
I don't feel Carson Bailey, Donovan Cornfield, all of the gimmicks. I don't think he would have stood a chance there.
I was brutal on this one. I ain't gonna lie. I was an arse complete, and I'm happy about it.
No, I'm dead happy about it. And do you know what? I think I was close. I was close on a few of them.
Yeah.
But no cigar. It's no good being close. You've got to get the right answer. And tonight
Brett Bob.
Brett and Bob.
Brett Bob. Kamala and Undertaker.
Okay, now.
You was there, just not quite.
Can't believe it. Undertaker in 2 casket matches. Fuck me. It's time to sign off, I think.
And I think on that bombshell.
And that was a bombshell.
Yeah,
we'll pick. I will score more next week. That is my aim.
Bring it.
I love it. I'm Rob Campbell.
And I am the bastard Craig Challoner.
And tonight he has proven every second of that name with those questions. Survivor Series, for some reason, I now hate you.
Good stuff.
Until next time. Goodbye.